All right, all right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Listen, when you have conversations, before you come on air and you just crack up about a whole bunch of other stuff, it's just be hilarious. But hey, this is a late edition of DK3 podcast. You know, it's DK over here, my boy TJ over there. Oh my god, having these offline conversations are something else. I tell you. Woo, man. It makes me. I can't wait to get back all day. Okay, I gotta finish laughing.
Oh,
Listen, listen. Yeah, you gotta have fun. You gotta have fun. You gotta have fun. Oh my god, you gotta have fun.
okay. Whew. All right. I'll be professional. God damn.
Listen, man. Look, I gotta give us some props. I gotta give us some props right off the break. There's only two teams in the NFL. Only two that pitched a shutout this weekend, and they the two teams that's on the screen. I just wanted to make that known. We the only two
really?
that shut out.
Is it really? Is
Yep.
those two teams?
The only two that pitched the shutout this weekend.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So the Baltimore Ravens and the Missionary football team pitched a shutout. That really happened for real?
Goose eggs. And if it wasn't for Zay Flowers dropping that pass in the end zone, I think he didn't realize he didn't have that much more room in the back of the end zone. It would have been the same score, 31-0 for both teams.
Wow. Huh.
Pitched a shutout.
Maybe missionary football does work for everybody. I don't know.
Hey, listen. I was just happy we showed out. They say we played the coldest game in Ravens history. -6 up there in Cincinnati.
God. Oh man. Yeah, no.
It was -6. I couldn't imagine playing in that type of weather. That is brutal cold.
Yeah, no. That.
I'm glad I'm decided I didn't want to go to that game because I was like, forget that. I ain't gonna. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I am good. What are we talking about? No way.
Yeah, I'm good. So, congratulations to the Ravens and the Eagles for putting goose eggs up. Now, of course, you'll have some people out there. Oh, well, I mean, look at the records of the team you were playing. Oh, okay, stop it. This is what I tell people all the time. If you play in the National Football League, let me say this again. If you play in the National Football League, you are a reputable team. So you get paid a lot of money to do this. So you have to go out there and play. Now, two big losses. So, Patty Mahomes, he got hurt. They say he tore his ACL. And I think Buchanan through us, he's out for the year. He's like a rookie. But you never want to see anybody hurt, especially ACLs and Michael Parsons with ACL also. So I mean, them guys got hurt. It's just sad that they have to go through that. The rehab process, then try to get back. And with ACLs, it seemed to really take a long time for them to get back. So just shout out to them. But like I said, it was great. It was great to watch some football this week.
Not only that, I'm glad you watch football. Maybe me not watching football actually is something that I need to do more often. You know what sucks about the internet? What sucks about the internet is that, how can I put this? Usually when injuries happen, it's like you see all the people that's like, oh man, this is bad, this is terrible. Thoughts and prayers. Anyone know what was on my timeline when I found out that Mahomes was hurt? They decided to do a parallel between him and Brady. And they talked about how these are the two quarterbacks that got hurt in their 9th year, and it just so happened to be a torn ACL.
Oh, Lord.
Now, look, I'm not going to lie to y'all. When I saw that, I traditionally was like, I wasn't really crazy about being a Kansas City Chief hater. Not really was something I had on my bingo card for the foreseeable future. Wasn't really my plan.
Right.
But after seeing that, I might be one. I might.
You might. And listen. You know I got family up in Kansas City. You know we battle all the time with Kansas City. I said, hey, I'm sending prayers to Mahomes. You don't want to see nobody get hurt. And now, is it good that they didn't make the playoffs? That's great. Because it's guaranteed someone's going to go to the Super Bowl and it won't be the Kansas City Chiefs. So,
Right.
Hey, Kansas City, sorry, but not sorry. Okay. Oh my God.
Look,
sorry, but not sorry.
Not only that, I had a conversation about this the other day. And yes, I'm looking at you. My bad. Wrong button. Josh Allen. Because we have all these conversations about, well, how good are these quarterbacks? They always have to go up against Kansas City. They're the big juggernaut, and that's why they can't get to the Super Bowl. Well, let me tell y'all something right now.
Welcome in, Shad.
If Josh Allen does not make it to the Super Bowl, we're going to have some very
We'll have a serious conversation.
Because I'm not joking, and this is not taken away from the teams that could make the playoffs, that are already, that are trying to fight for a playoff spot. Who in there legitimately poses as a team to be a threat? Unless your name is the Houston Texans, who had the defense that has beaten them up so bad a couple weeks ago that he literally was acting like Sam Darnold with the Jets, just seeing ghosts.
All right.
Like there's no threat. There's no threat. I mean, who knows what happens in the AFC North between y'all and Pittsburgh? Who knows? You may not see any of them. You may not see Joe Burrow. You may not see Mahomes. And
not
depending
me.
on how everything shapes,
they are officially eliminated. You won't see Joe Burrow.
Okay. So you are now having to deal with a field that involves the Indianapolis Colts, who actually I can't even say the Colts right now because they're not even leading their division. You got to worry about Jacksonville, who has Trevor Lawrence, Mr. Goldilocks over there. Who
not Goldilocks.
I guess they're 10-4. Yeah, they're 10-4, but I don't think anybody's really taking them serious come playoff time. Then you have the Patriots that you just beat this past Sunday. They're kind of young. Their rosters, hit or miss. Okay, we love Drake May. We love what they're doing up there in New England. Actually, sidebar. No, we don't. But it's cool. Okay. Then you got Denver, who has a great defense, but they got Bo Nix at quarterback, who, in fairness, played very well on Sunday. So that was cool.
Right.
But outside of that, who's really in your way? None of the quarterbacks that I listed are on the same caliber as you. So if I look back at the AFC Championship game or at the Super Bowl, and I do not see Josh Allen in it, we are going to have some rough conversations.
Yes,
because there's no excuses.
Because you really don't have any powerhouses that's in it. I mean,
no.
Do we really want to say Denver is a powerhouse? Do we want to really say that even New England is a powerhouse? Really? I'm just saying. Do we even want to say that? No. Your juggernauts are pretty much reeling this year. Reeling. And then you got two of the oldest quarterbacks in the NFL playing. Phillip Rivers.
Right.
And Rodgers. And you know how I feel about that guy.
ARP card. ARP card. You better know it.
And of course, you know, for some reason, Miami just doesn't know how to play in the cold. So they can never play in the cold.
Okay. Just because you brought them up, I thought we wasn't going to talk about them. Look, I've seen a lot of people that have had stuff to say about they should get rid of Tua, they should trade Tua, they should cut Tua, and that sounds great. In theory, that sounds great. But I want to let y'all in on a little secret. 2 years ago, the same Miami Dolphins that you're trying to be a fan of, yeah, that franchise gave that guy that you're trying to trade and cut today $200 million. So
right.
Yeah, that contract is not tradable. Okay.
Right.
Then
it's not.
You wonder, okay, if you are gonna try to trade him, who would you trade him to? The Colts. Well, here's the problem. All their quarterbacks.
That's right.
Are at least 6'5".
Alberto, go Ravens.
They're at least 6'5" or taller. So the Colts are out.
Right.
Atlanta, no.
Right.
New Orleans, no, because they actually like what their quarterback's doing right now. And Tyler Shook. Okay.
I appreciate it.
So that's out. So all of the bottom feeding teams. Cleveland, I think they're not going to be idiots, and they're actually going to ride behind Shedeur. There goes that.
Okay. Wait.
You would say New York, but you're not trading a division.
Hold on. Let's go back to Cleveland just for a second. Just for a second. How do you give the quarterback the wrong wristband? How you give him the wrong wristband? I'm just asking. I'm asking for myself, not for someone else. I'm asking for myself. How do you give someone the wrong wristband? The wrong wristband. You look at the play and say, wait a minute, what is this? And then admitted in the press conference, yeah, that was on me. I gave him the wrong wristband. What? I've never seen someone try to set someone up for failure. Has that even ever happened in the National Football League? That someone had the wrong wristband? I'm just asking.
That's never happened.
That's
never happened. That's never happened.
So why would it happen here? That's the only thing I'm saying. Why would it happen here?
Why wouldn't it happen?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't
we
it
talking
happen
about Cleveland,
there?
right?
Why wouldn't it happen there?
We're talking about Cleveland. Yeah, anything happens up there. Yeah.
And not only
they're trying to get a new stadium.
I think they're right. Yeah, whatever. The writing on the wall, I think everybody knows that Stefanski's done. I think everybody knows Stefanski's done. Okay.
Oh, yeah, he's done. If he don't get fired, then I'm going to go apply for a head coach job.
We're gonna have
if he doesn't get fired.
Yeah. I'm serious, legitimately. And I need the money. So you ain't got to worry about whether I'm going to do a bad. Bring it on. But I think he knows that he's about to lose his job too. So I think now he's starting to get creative on how he's going to lose it. So now it's like, you know what? We're going to take our quarterback out when we have a chance to win, and we're going to do a wildcat to try to tie the game. And then the following week, we're going to give him the wrong wristband to start the game, and that first series, ironically, end up being a 3-and-out. And that was that. And that ended up being the rest of the game because Shedeur was just trying to figure out, well, what the hell am I supposed to do? I'm not even getting the right fucking plays. So there's that. At this point, he's just getting creative. He's just getting real creative on how he wants to do this job. Just get rid of him already. This is a done deal. This is not even like, oh, maybe we should give him another shot. Like, no. I think he's purposely doing this so that way, like, he's not meant to be there. He's not meant to be there.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Like I said, it makes no sense that you trying to sabotage your boy. Cleveland, get it together. You know something? Until they clean house up there, I mean, I think the owner has to go too. They just need to clean house up there. Clean house.
Yeah.
Get new ownership in there. Because, okay, point in case, look what happened in Washington when the Harris Group came in, right? They cleaned house. They got all that toxic stuff that was going on up there under Dan Snyder. And they came in with a pretty clean culture. Renovations to the stadium. They put money in. You know, they start doing this. What they do? Go to the NFC Championship game last year. Because their culture changed. Right? Cleveland has yet to experience that. But yet, I get stopped and says, hey, that Super Bowl y'all got in 2000, that was ours. Cleveland fans. I was like, no, it's not. It belongs to the Baltimore Ravens. I said, they didn't want to be up there anymore. They left.
Yeah.
Art Modell was like, yeah,
pass.
Deuces, I'm out. Hey, they did.
Don't blame them.
They did to them what the Colts did to us. Pack up and stuff.
Yeah. Sure did.
Because the NFL, let's be honest, didn't want to give Baltimore a team.
No.
At all.
Not at all.
So thank you, Art Modell, for coming on down here. God rest his soul.
Man, shoot. It's changed the franchise for the better, clearly. Because what they got going on over there in Cleveland is this will never be a desirable coaching hire. Like this will never be a desirable coaching destination. If you're looking to try to it'll never be. It'll never be, because it's clear your owner, your GM, like no one's on the same page with anything. We can't even be on the same page with draft picks.
No, not at all.
Whoever steps in to replace him, this is going to sound pretty nasty with who I'm about to say, but primetime Deion Sanders. Good luck. That's all I got.
Right. Yeah, good luck. Look, with all the firings that's going on between the NFL and college, it's going to be a lot of people going. Hey, they even said the rumor of John Harbaugh going to Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
Because you had a nasty man up there in Michigan too. So,
bruh, what's up with the nasty man in Michigan, dog? What is this? Look, all right, you know what? I'm not even going to do that right now.
Yeah. We got enough of them. We got enough of them on our plate.
I'm literally Stephen A. Smith. Oh my God, he's an idiot. He literally said on his show, right, about the situation. He literally says, "Sex is undefeated," and I said, "This has got to be one of the most obnoxious things anybody could ever say about a situation. Ever. Ever. Like no one sits up there and has all this going on, and then someone comments and says, you know what, y'all? Sex is undefeated, man. Never loses. It never loses. It's like, what? Where'd that come from?
Right.
Oh,
All right. And let's jump back on this. So listen, I think the most exciting game was the Rams and the Lions. Now you know I ride with Detroit. I do. I think if it's anybody deserves the Super Bowl, it's them. It's them.
Yeah.
It is them, man. But it's just something about when they play the Rams, man. That's just a different animal, you know. Because remember, they did the quarterback swap. You know, they put the gunslinger Stafford out there, right? Jared Goff.
Yep.
He goes to Detroit. Dan Campbell said, "Hey, man, I got you. And he's really developed Jared Goff. Hey, trust me, because when he was with the Rams, he was horrible. He's a bum. I was like, man, he's trash. Man, he get under Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell's like Gator Boy life. I believe in you. Come on, let's go win some games together. And since they've been up there, they really haven't had a losing season. Hasn't had a losing season.
That might change. Now. But
yeah. But you know,
can I say it?
Betting against Stafford is kind of hard sometimes. It is. But go ahead. And your boy Puka Nacua.
Puka Nacua! Man, first of all, I feel like he's Puka's something else. Is it fair to say that this should be our next great NFL rivalry? Like legitimate rivalry. I understand I understand that one team has actually been to the Super Bowl and has won it. I understand that there's the other team that has never been to the Super Bowl. I hear that. I'm talking strictly about, it's something about every time these two teams specifically play each other. It doesn't matter if it's in LA or if it's in Detroit.
Right.
It could be week 1, it could be week 15. For whatever reason, when these two teams play, it's like a playoff game every time.
Yep.
It's like the crowd gets loud. Every game has a big play in it. All the stars show up. It's like there's always a great game between them two. And I just feel like we always talk about Mahomes and Allen. I'm like, I don't really view
their
that
news is getting old
as a rivalry.
Their news is getting old.
Yeah, like I can't really take that serious. You hear about Mahomes and Lamar, it's like okay. Like, but when I'm talking about two teams that I can't even say that they hate each other, because they don't. They really, if you were to put them into the room, I think they could say they genuinely like are cool. But it's something about when they play each other, it feels like it's an NFC Championship game every time. Every time. And
hey, may the best team win.
May the best team win. And the Rams did their thing. Now, granted, this little injury thing they got going on right now, it couldn't come at a worse time, because on Thursday, they got Seattle in that defense. And I don't know what I feel like Devontae is going to try to play through this hamstring, but who knows? No one knows how bad it really is right now.
Right.
But between Devontae and Puka and their health, man, I hope that they're 100% because they're going to need this game.
Oh
They're
yeah.
going to need this game. Someone that wins this game is probably going to mess around and get the number 1 seed, or the 2 seed, however they try to stack everything up. But I hope they're healthy enough to play because they're going to need them. They're going to need them.
Absolutely. It's just like, all right, the injury with TJ Watt. They say he's out indefinitely because of that lung surgery yet. So
again, okay, so it was the surgery. He had surgery on it.
Yeah.
Okay. See, this whole time I've been sitting on this joke because I don't know what it is with NFL players and their lungs, but between Tyrod Taylor and now TJ Watt, what are y'all doing? I thought it was another team doctor. I swear to God, I thought it was another team doctor issue. I was going to sit up there and say, Roger, we got a problem. We got a team doctor problem. I don't care if it's one person and that's the other person. Don't care. We are having people's lungs get punctured. That is a problem.
That's a problem. Yeah.
This was in practice. This is 2 people too many. This is 2 people too many. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. So.
And they got Detroit. Dante, what's happening?
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. So Detroit is they sure is.
And right now, that was a tough loss for Detroit. But they listen, they thought they coming back. They coming back. They are coming back.
And
so that's gonna be a rough game for them, man.
Shout out to the Steelers because yes, I have my jokes about them running an AARP operation, which is still accurate and still valid. But I think there is something to be said about how they played in that cold for the whole world to see last night. I gotta admit, that was some badass shit right there.
Anyone playing in that type of cold, but remember, where did Rodgers come from? Green Bay.
Yes.
If it's any place that's cold, it's Green Bay. And I mean, it gets colder in Green Bay than what it does in Pittsburgh. So,
yes.
Yeah, gets a lot colder. So, if it's anybody's used to the cold, it's Aaron Rodgers. So, he's used to that type of weather, being brutal. Dante's laughing.
Yeah, but
he over on the gram.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, shoot, Dante, you know what AARP card operation I got going on in Pittsburgh. But at the end of the day, the way that they were flying around, and I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a game where tight ends were rushing in for touchdowns. That's just something that just like usually like teams try to have fun during the game because they're bored, right?
Right.
I genuinely feel like the Steelers were like just trying shit just because it was the Dolphins. I genuinely feel that. I genuinely feel like they sat up there and was just like, you know what? Let's have Aaron Rodgers throw off of his foot, like literally, like just grab his foot and have him try to throw it to one of the receivers, like and hope it's a tight spiral. Like I feel like they were making shit up because they were just having fun because it was the Miami Dolphins. Like it
Right.
was.
Yeah.
There were some moments out there where I was like, are y'all like playing around with them right now? And the
And they
answer
were.
was
And
yes.
they were. And they were. And they were.
I said, God damn, not for the whole world to see. That is nuts. And wow. I was just like, bro, this is obnoxious. And I just want to put the shout out for Pittsburgh, man, because even though they're running that AARP operation, man, they're winning games. They're winning games.
Yeah,
they're winning games.
Yeah, they winning. So, like I said,
I know that's
they
not
got
easy
that
for
rough
you to
game
say
next week.
as a Ravens fan. I know that's not easy for you to say, but truth of the matter is, man, you see what you see. You see what you see.
When have I ever came on here and downplayed anything? I haven't. I don't downplay anything.
Right.
I don't make no excuses. We lose, we lose. We lost. Okay. Wherever the calls, wherever this, if we lost, we lost. We won, we won.
Right.
You know, but that whole touchdown thing is going to be revisited off season. Watch. What's a touchdown? That whole thing's going to be revisited. He said, thanks for the shout out. Yeah. Oh my God, man. Listen. I was looking at the game. I said, yeah, this game over. I said, Dolphins can't play in cold weather. But
no.
Hey, at least the Steelers get a break next week because they got to go to Detroit. At least they playing in the dome.
That's true. Yeah, they get to play in the dome.
You get to play in the dome. But that's not going to be an easy game.
That punctured lung thing, man.
That's a big loss.
God.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
That's a big loss.
I was like, bro, are we serious right now?
Because you got the most aggressive coach that you're going to play against. They ain't scared to go for it on fourth down. He gambles.
Nope.
And right now, that loss to the Rams, them boys gonna be like, nope, we taking every chance. You gotta watch out for the trick plays. You gotta watch out for everything with Dan Campbell.
Yes.
So you gotta watch out with everything. Yeah, he get down there. I'm like, Dan, take the points. Dan, take the points. Dan, take the points. No, we gonna throw. Oh God.
He can't help himself. But in fairness, the one thing I will say about Dan Campbell, and I think we need to have more coaches like this. Once you establish who you are as the head coach, yes, are there scenarios where you need to be different? Yeah. But don't go away from who you are. And the one thing I will always say about Dan Campbell, that guy does not stay away from who he is.
From who he is.
Tried and true.
Absolutely.
He tried and true. He will be himself, whether he's up 30 or he's down 20. It'll always be the same Dan Campbell. And that's the one thing I ultimately respect about his play calling and just how he is as a head coach. He does not care. He does not care. He's going to be him through and through. And sometimes it's to a fault, but look, you know what? In fairness, though, what I will say is, if I'm Dan Campbell, can't nobody tell me shit. Because before I got here, the Lions were exactly that. They were shit. And now I get here, and now a couple years in, we're going to the NFC Championship game, and now we're in one of the best teams in the league conversations. Yeah, can't nobody tell me shit. I can go for it on fourth down all day long. Who gonna fire me?
All day long.
Who gonna fire me?
Right.
Ford gonna fire me? Nah.
Right.
Nah.
I'm good.
Him. So I'm telling you right now, I don't care if he gets to a Super Bowl or not. If he gets to a Super Bowl, he's definitely getting a statue. But even if he does not, I think it is fair to say with the job he's done in that specific guys. Okay. Okay. Am I here? I'm still good?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. Okay, cool. I was just saying that yeah, because we got a thunderstorm going on over here, and
oh Lord,
I just saw some lightning, so I don't know. But I say all that to say Dan Campbell, because of that specific franchise and what he's done, they might mess around and put a statue up. They might. Regardless of how it starts and ends.
But he deserves it.
He might get a statue up. He definitely does. Yep. I'm serious, because that's fantastic what he's been doing, even with this season. Like, yes, they have lost some games that they might have should have won, but I'll tell you one thing for sure: they show up for every single one of them. They fight hard, even in the losses. They fight hard. This is not like
they fight hard.
You're not about to sit up there and beat us to a pulp. You're not about to just. No, you're going to have to take this from us. And I've always been impressed with what Campbell's done. It's been incredible.
Yeah, right. Hey, you want to talk about an upset? You want to talk about an upset? Wait a minute.
Upset?
That and the NFC South beat the Panthers. You know that and the NFC South beat the Panthers. Wait a minute, let me say this again. That and the NFC South beat the Panthers.
Led by Tyler Shook. If I'm a Carolina Panthers fan, I should be ashamed of myself. I genuinely. That's a shame. What? Were they in Carolina too? They were in Carolina, weren't they?
No, they was down in there. Yeah.
Okay. Then that's still unacceptable. That's still unacceptable.
Oh, well, in every way, that's unacceptable.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I put it this way. I feel as though it was unacceptable for the Seahawks to struggle against the Colts the way they did with a 47-year-old quarterback.
Yeah.
And we talking,
Sam,
they got top 10 defense. I'm sorry, top 5. I'm going to say top 5. Seahawks, top 5 defense in the league. And you struggled against a 40-something-year-old quarterback. If the NFL has taught us anything this week, I'm sorry, not this week, this whole season, if you thought you knew it, you don't know us. Football God said, we're just going to scramble everything up. Yeah. We scrambling the eggs. We throwing cheese in there. If you thought this person was going to be hit, no, it's going to be this person. At this rate, you don't know who's going to the Super Bowl. Seriously.
Yeah.
There is no heavy favorite.
No. And that's what I will say. This is not. I don't know what I'm not watching it no more. But whatever I was watching, but before last week, like, damn, I don't know about nothing, because
each week is different. And
yes,
if you want to talk about your blowouts, Jaguars, but it was the Jets, right? And the Texans was pouring it on.
Right.
But it was the Cardinals. But you see, there's the gold cliche again, is that those teams are in the National Football League, right? So they're reputable teams. But just looking at their records, don't look like they're reputable at all. Right? And we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that team up there in Chicago. We ain't going to talk about them because they played Cleveland. After you gave your quarterback the wrong band, right? So self-sabotage.
So stupid. So stupid.
Yeah. So self-sabotage. Oh, here's another one we need to get on. Them two teams in it, right? And
yeah,
that team in Florida, they lost to that other team in the yeah. At this point, all of them are censored. Nobody wants to win the division down there.
No, and I think that's very fair. Now
at this point,
I do want to talk about.
Go ahead.
Can we get on the real quick? Let's
go ahead.
Let's go here real quick, okay? This team can't win properly and can't lose properly. Okay?
No.
Now, they have one of the worst records in the league. Okay? They're going to be drafting in the top 10 for the draft, right? Right? Well, guess what? The answer is no. You want to know why? Because the thought it was a good idea in last year's draft to give their first round pick for this year to, I don't know, the Los Angeles Rams. Okay? That's what happened. And then you start off the season with yeah. Like, I don't know. But then you start off the season with a guy who is officially benched that you are paying like $80 million to sit on the bench and keep it hot. And then the guy that you have starting ahead of him has had 2 major surgeries before you even drafted him. And since he's been in the league, he's had 2 more major surgeries. Yeah, that's what you have starting at quarterback.
Right.
And then you actually play the game. He's inaccurate as hell. The team just doesn't know what they're doing. And it's gotten so bad that the coach is talking about Clapgate, which is something I thought was asinine to begin with. I thought he should have been fired on the spot the moment he decided to come up with that. When they played New England, they're a joke. And I don't know how. There's no other way to figure out how to fix the without blowing the whole thing up. I think the GM needs to go. I think the head coach needs to go. Y'all need to figure out what you want to do with your quarterback. You need to figure out what you want to do with your running back. Yes, I understand that y'all are trying to pay him, but I want to let y'all in a little secret.
Y'all are in cap hell because y'all have an $80 million quarterback being on your bench.
Right. Welcome.
So he's gone. Where you trade him to, I don't know. I hope you can get some picks back. Hopefully, maybe. But your track record means that you're probably going to mess around and get a first round pick from 2030 or some shit like that. So there goes that. And then you need to figure out what you want to do with one of your wide receivers that you also are trying to pay, because I want to let you in the secret once again.
You are also in cap hell because you have a quarterback on your bench that's getting paid $80 million a year.
Right.
So you might have to trade him too, which means you are now going to have to rebuild everything from the ground up and hope and pray that what you get back is going to be enough for the new head coach and the new GM. And honestly, if the owner, I don't know if the owner wants to wait until he passes away and give it to his kids. I don't know what should happen as far as ownership. But whatever's going on over there is not working. And the fact that we can't either win properly is a shame.
Yeah,
it's bad. It really is bad. So, yeah. So yeah, the and you know what? I got an official name for them because we have them censored so much on this show. I have a new official name for them, and we should call them the Atlanta Hospitals. We should call them the Atlanta Hospitals. That's it. Because it just seems like their quarterbacks are always in and out. I'm pretty sure. And look, there's no one that's going to tell me otherwise. Their quarterbacks check in and out of the hospitals as often and as frequent as some people that have diseases. That's how frequent they go in and out. They're like, oh, yeah, is that you, Kirk? Okay, cool. Good to see you again.
Yeah, come on in, man. We got a bed for you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we know exactly where you like to be. You like to be in the second row. You want to make sure it's high up so that way no one can see you. You want to make sure the blinds are pitched this way. You want the black curtains instead of the white curtains. We got you. We'll work with you. It's okay. We got you. I'm pretty sure they have their own rooms in there. That's how bad it is. So from now on, we are going to call them the Atlanta Hospitals because it's very clear that whoever's on that roster can't stay healthy or hurt or always finding themselves being in the hospital.
Yep.
And I think that should resonate with the whole team. So to avoid us censoring them, which I'm telling you right now is not easy to do, we are going to start calling them the Atlanta Hospitals.
Atlanta Hospital.
Because all they are doing is checking in and out. All they're doing is saying, oh, hey, Kirk. How are you? Kirk O'Chains. How are you? It's good to see you again for the 11th time this year. Oh, how are you, Michael? It's good to see you again, man. It's another major surgery we got to do. Gotcha. Sounds like a plan.
Gotcha.
You know, it's right up our alley. What we do. This is the Atlanta Hospitals. We got a wide receiver in the name of Drake London who legitimately can't even make it through a full season without something happening to his shoulder or his knee or both. The Atlanta Hospitals. It's time we see it. Everybody's checking in. Everybody, look, and look, there are a bunch of millionaires anyway, so don't nobody give a fuck about what the hospital bill is going to be. They can go in as often as they want. That could be their second hotel room for all we care. That's how often they're in there anyway. They got the hotel key. They shoot, while everybody's getting hospital food, they're still getting gourmet specials, getting sent to their hospital bed, and they're living life. They're living life. So let's help them live more life and call them the Atlanta Hospitals because that seems to where they are more than anywhere else. They don't seem to be on the field because ain't nobody healthy, and everybody seems to be hurt. And by that alone, we should officially call them the Atlanta Hospitals.
Not the Atlanta Hospitals, though.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh my God!
There's going to be a doctor out there in Atlanta that's going to sit up there and say, "Yes, I've been working at the Atlanta hospitals for quite a while now, and I've been paid pretty handsomely." Well, first of all, let's make something very clear. I hope that is legal that you're getting paid handsomely.
Right.
But nevertheless, if that's where you are working at, congratulations. I'm pretty sure you're doing well for your families as well. And that is the new team that's in the NFC South, the Atlanta Hospitals.
And we might even mess around and censor that too. Can't guarantee that.
Absolutely.
But that's their new thing. The Atlanta hospitals. They can't keep nobody upright. Everybody got to go down. Man, I'm surprised the head coach is still moving around. It is bad. It's a shame. And I think they need a clean house. And I think it's time. I really do.
Yeah.
Blow the whole thing up. Blow the whole thing up. Save yourself from any further embarrassment. And yeah, it's official. Y'all are the new Atlanta hospitals. Atlanta hospitals.
Oh my God. Like I said, on that note, that, hey, you know something? Hey, they ain't even safe from that. You're out of here. You are out of here. Oh my goodness.
It's the truth. It's the truth. The Atlanta
listen,
hospitals, man. They deserve it. They deserve it.
They'll be all right. They'll be okay. They will be okay.
I would hope so.
Oh well.
They're getting very taken care of. They're getting
absolutely.
very well taken care of. Them nurses are putting in overtime, man.
Hey, they're getting paid handsomely, okay? Handsomely.
Now, hey,
listen.
I want to make something very clear. I've never been, so I don't know what they do to make sure that everybody is being taken care of. Okay? So if they're doing some nasty man tendencies, I can't confirm or deny. I don't know about all that. But what I am saying is, as far as the team concerned, they should change their name and call them the Atlanta Hospitals, because it seems like the roster is always finding themselves in the hospital because that's how often they're getting hurt. So,
hey, listen, all these teams getting hurt. It's just sad. It's really, really sad.
Yeah,
it's really, really sad.
But people can't win properly. They can't lose properly. We can't even keep people healthy.
No,
Atlanta hospitals, man. Atlanta hospitals. You gotta love it, man. Maybe we should treat it like General Hospital or something.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe we should treat it like the General Hospital and just, have everybody show up in there, have Stephen A. and, be a guest or something. I don't know. I don't know.
He can come in there and commentate.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he would do a lot better than that guy I will never mention and have ever come out of my mouth again.
Oh, JG? Yeah, we're not going to say his name. He's going to appear.
I will not. Will not.
Yeah, we don't say JG's name.
Sure don't.
Oh my God!
Sure
you know something?
Stephen A.
You know something
better than that guy.
On that note, we're going to be out of here.
Yeah.
Who? You know something?
Because
I don't know who to give a bag to this week. I really don't. I
didn't watch any football to give anybody one.
Yeah, I had to call you and let you know your team won. Wait. Okay,
this is proof.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, hey, listen. Okay. Then that's what we're going to do. Raiders and the Bengals. You both get brown bags.
Oh.
See what I did there? You see what I did there?
Okay.
Right? You see what I did there?
That's a good
You see what I did there? Here's the reason why.
I would like to say, okay.
In this National Football League, right? You are a professional team. You telling me you couldn't score not 1 point, not even a field goal. You couldn't even get in the field goal range to score even one. Not a safety, not anything. You didn't score 1 point. Everybody else in the National Football League scored a point. Do you know how hard it is to goose egg someone in the National Football League these days? It is very, very hard. Very, very hard. Okay? You got your quarterback up there in Home Alone, a.k.a. Joe Burrow. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's saying, I'm just not having fun.
Let me know
I'm
if you
just
heard
not
that
having
one
fun.
before.
Right.
Let me
I'm
know if
just
you
not
heard that
having
one
fun.
before.
So you get waffled and you threw this pass, and Kyle Van Noy intercepted. And then in the greatest handoff in the world, Aloy Gilman. And he runs it down the sideline for a touchdown. And you know what they start comparing that to, right? Ed Reed when he pitched that ball.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Start comparing that to that. Bengals defense is trash. Trash. I mean, absolute garbage. Absolute garbage.
I could have told you that.
But, you know, like I said, you know, that war room that I'm in, right? You know, it's a guy in there. And, you know, I always pick on him. He always talking about who they. And Dante knows because he's in that war room just like I am. So,
yeah.
you know, he always talks about the bank. Oh, we this and we that. Who they? Nah, you're right. Who is they? Yeah, who is they? Because
right.
apparently they wasn't there. Oh, wait. I still gotta go back in Cincinnati here for a second. Let me give the organization a brown bag. And let me tell you why. Dave's at the point and says, I'm gonna go up there to Buffalo. They be like, hey, we had a whole bunch of snow up here. We need volunteers. They come and clean them seats off, clean that up. Cincinnati said, the hell with them damn fans. We ain't cleaning nothing. And they didn't. They ain't cleaned nothing.
And they sure did. They left it there. They left
They said those fans.
Bro. That was
in
nuts.
-6-degree weather. In -6-degree weather.
Story. Wow. Yeah.
Hey, I was like, wow. Now Raiders, anytime Max was drawn off with his own teammate over that loss, you know there's a problem. Like, hey, man, do your job. Yeah. But the Go Birds rebound. The Go Birds came back. Right? And the flock came back. Let's just hope we can keep it up for another week.
I hope so too.
Yeah. So that's 3 brown bags on my part.
Okay. I just have one now that I think about it. Oh, and I gotta stay in division. You know what? I'm putting this brown bag on just Kevin Stefanski by himself. We all know you about to get fired. We all get it. We all see it. It's cool. And look, I understand everybody's a human being. We all have our own perspective and thoughts on how we go about things when we see the writing on the wall. Some people are just gonna, tough it out and try to, embrace it because they know it's coming. Then we got some that sit up there and they kick and punch and scratch and claw because they don't want to face the inevitable. And then you have Kevin Stefanski, who literally sat up there and said, you know what? I'm going to lose my job anyway. So now let me get creative with how I'm going to lose it. And this week, like, why does it sound like an episode of the Cleveland Browns or something? It seems like every week it's like a new episode. This week, it's now let's change the plays off of our starting quarterback's wristband. Last week, let's take the starting quarterback out in a game that we have a chance to win and do a wildcat that failed, I don't know.
Miserably.
Okay. Like, what's going to happen next? You know what? You just get a brown bag, okay? You just get a brown bag. I'm not even going to do this. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not going to do this. You just get a brown bag.
All right.
I'm not even going to do that.
Wait. I got to go back to Cincy. I got to go back. So I until I seen this, I don't know the guy. I've never seen him, but he's a big Ravens fan. There's a guy named Butter, right? Okay. And apparently Ocho hooked him up, right? Brought him to the game, brought him down the field, and whatever. But he was up in Jamar Chase's box with his family. Only Raven fan up there, right? So when that interception happened, and he handed it off, he was just giving them energy. Hey, yeah, this, that. They put him out of the sweet box. Yes, they did. They put him out of the sweet box. Put him out.
Wow.
And he was like, "Are you serious?" He was like, you really put me out? Put him out of the sweet box. And they was on, Chad and Onk. They was on there.
Yeah.
He was like, they really put you out? He's like, they really put him out. You got to go. You got to go. See you later. That is a brown bag with a penalty attached to it.
Yes.
Because here's the thing. If Cincy would have been whipping us, like what happened down on Thanksgiving, right? If that would have happened, they would have been all on him, right? Oh, we whipping y'all. And you just got to take it. Okay, if I lose and we get whipped, I got to take it. It's all good, right? But y'all put the man out in the press box. I thought it was a joke at first till I saw the video. It wasn't a joke. They threw my man out.
That's a shame.
They threw my man out. They threw him out. Out. OWT. They threw him out. So everybody in that press box, you get a brown bag with a penalty. That's a penalty.
Oh, my God. Yeah, for sure.
For bad sportsmanship.
Be ashamed of yourselves.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. But he was able to go on the field. He took a picture with Lamar. He got to meet Lamar. And, it was just cool. But I just thought that was just bad sport. You put the man out the box. I mean, they say it was a great view or whatever, but you put the man out. Come on now. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. And I'm done with my bags. But I had to get him a brown bag with a penalty on that.
Stefanski just that's his career as the Browns head coach. This is exactly what it's going to sound like. Dead. Flatlined.
We getting out of here.
He won't.
Each and every last one of you, thank you for listening. Thank you for doing that. We are out of here. We will see y'all next week because, again, things will always change. Every week, something changes. But, hey, we know who ain't going to the playoffs. Every week, something changes. So we see what's going to happen starting Thursday. We see y'all later.